There are two considerations when selling part of your company. In this video, I'll address number one, how many of your claims and how much of your payroll history will transfer to the buyer. Question number two is what claims actions need to be addressed during the due diligence process and while waiting for the BWC to effect the transfer. I'll address that in part two of selling part of a company.
Welcome to this episode of Increased Profitability Through Strategic Workers' Comp Management with your host, Bonnie Fraser.
Let's use the example of your company having 5 locations and you want to sell one of them to a buyer who will continue to operate in the same location with basically the same employees, customers, and products and processes. The BWC will transfer the claims that occurred at that location and the payroll for the employees who worked at that location. There are 3 benefits to gathering that data during the buyer's due diligence period. This will help the buyer make their decision faster, will enable you to predict the effect on your premiums, and will help the BWC to process the transfer faster once the transaction is complete. You may recall that your experience modifier rate, or EMR, is a ratio between 4 years of payroll and 4 years of claim costs. Removing big payroll and small claim costs could negatively impact your EMR and increase your premiums, whereas removing small payroll and big claims costs could improve your premium rates. Also, if your company is involved in group rating, the group TPA will want to know about the elimination of some of your claims and payroll. If the change negatively impacts the group, your group rating contract may require you to pay to the other group members if they are adversely impacted by the change. This problem could possibly be solved by choosing a date like July 1 for the transaction to be finalized, because that's the start of a new policy year. And if this is a transaction that requires the buyer to pay you over time, it's in your best interest to help the buyer be profitable so you will get paid. Here are your takeaways. Number 1, providing claims and payroll data can expedite the sale and the transfer by the BWC. 2, a good independent TPA like ActuComp can use the claim and payroll data to predict the effect on your premiums when the claims and payroll are transferred. 3, the independent TPA can advise your group rating TPA about the possible changes. And 4, for an easy to understand chart about which player does what, BWC versus MCO versus TPA, go to ActuComp-Ohio.com and request the chart. So call 440-933-6601 to start a conversation about how to get the workers' comp monkey off your back.
Thanks for watching Increased Profitability Through Strategic Workers' Comp Management with Bonnie Fraser. For more information, visit ActuComp-Ohio.com.